It's not just an ordinary Tuesday. Welcome to Terrier Tuesdays, the show where you can get to know some of Boston University's best and brightest student athletes.
Hi everyone, welcome to Terrier Tuesdays. I'm Meg Kelly and I'm joined today by Chantell Alford, 2013 graduate of the women's basketball team. How are you doing today? Welcome and thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. All is good. I can't complain. Just interested in having this chat here.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I've heard so much about you. Your name is all over the record book, so it's a fun part of my job when I get to actually attach the face to the names I see all the time.
Definitely. Thank you.
Let's run it back from the start. You grew up in Connecticut. Talk
Yeah.
to me about your childhood and basketball, how you fell in love with the game and kind of have taken this love into a passion for a career.
Okay, so yeah, I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in New Haven. And I'd say, like, my mom definitely, she got me involved in basketball. And my brother, he was a big sports fan as well. He played basketball, baseball, football. And I suppose I played on my first team at age 7, and I've been playing ever since. And it really all started in the backyard. And for a lot of people, that's where it does start, just shooting on the hoop in the back. And yeah, I just never put the ball down. And like the love for the game it grew and it grew through the years. And my mom, she always kept me involved in biddy basketball, traveling teams, and then eventually I go on to middle school. I play on the middle school team, and then high school, and then ultimately college, and then the professional level. So yeah, age 7 is when I suppose it started, but even before then, I obviously had to pick up a ball. So the backyard is actually where it started. And yeah, no, I just fell in love with the game.
Yeah, and then you mentioned you kept it going, playing high school, college, at the pro level. Talk about your decision to going to BU. What led you to making the leap to Boston?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really get too many looks in high school. I suppose I was a late bloomer. Going into my senior year, that's when Coach Greenberg offered me the scholarship, and I took an official visit, and I just fell in love with the place. I fell in love with the city. I thought the coaching staff, I thought they were great. And then my teammates, or my future teammates, just seeing how they interact with each other. It was a real just like family atmosphere, and I fell in love with it. And I know, like, sometimes we laugh now because I didn't say too much on my visit. I'm more of an observer, so I was a bit mute, if you will. And I just like to take everything in so I can like process everything. And I think they were a big shock when I did accept that I would take the offer and attend BU. But yeah, just the entire atmosphere of the city being there, and the balance, I think, and the family atmosphere between the team, that's what drew me in.
Well, I'm so glad that you made that choice, and I find it unreal that not a lot of people gave you offers because you're one of the best players in program history. We could do a whole episode on your accomplishments. I'll name a few, but the first player to be the 3-time America East Player of the Year, 4-time first team all conference, America East Rookie of the Year your freshman year, and you rank 3rd all time in scoring in program history. So pretty incredible.
Thank you.
Can you give a little insight on how you were able to have so much success on the court?
A lot of it was Coach Greenberg, Coach Leffler, like the entire coaching staff, Coach Steele, everyone that we've had. Because I even tell my friends, and I tell my brother here, I didn't really get good until college. And I think it was the attention to detail, like watching film constantly, and then just learning where I could be better and like where I could make my teammates better. And I have to attribute a lot of that success to just the attention to detail that I didn't have in high school. Because I just played the game. Like, I liked basketball, I love basketball, but I never really delved into like the specifics of it and knowing the other team and tendencies and things that way, and like where to be successful, you know?
Yeah.
So the attention to detail, and then I suppose just year after year, just try to get better. Because obviously you want to win, and you want to make the NCAA tournament. And we didn't, unfortunately, but there's always a lot at stake on the college level, you know.
Definitely, and no one
WNIT.
does this alone.
Right.
So, yeah, can you talk about your teammates a little bit and your relationships with them, and how you probably still are in touch with a lot of them today?
I am. So yeah, I graduated 2013. And Kristen Sims, Mo Moran, and Jack, they're all part of my group. We all came in together. And I talked to people from the years before me and the years after me. And I try to keep that relationship because, I mean, we spent 4 years together, you know, 3, 4, 2, some, one even with Maggie and Allie. And you just try to keep that rapport because we're in it together. Like, we're alumni, you know? So we're always going to be a part of the BU history. And, you know, we all went on a journey together and we had different experiences, but that's the common ground. So, yeah, no, I just try to keep those relationships. I think they're good-hearted people, and I like those type of people in my life, you know?
Oh yeah, the alumni network is definitely special.
Right.
I remember, yeah, we were talking before this, but the alumni game, it was before the actual game
Right.
against Holy Cross. It was so fun to see all the relationships and people catching up, and no matter what year you graduated, it seemed like everybody was just so happy to be together and see one another.
Agreed. And I suppose that was my first time attending, because obviously I've been overseas, so I haven't been able to, and I couldn't believe it. It's just the culture, is like the atmosphere. Everyone was one, you know, and that's that family atmosphere, and that's what drew me in. And I'm glad to see, like under Coach Mosley, it's all coming back together. And I forget the number of people that attended, but geez, that day was awesome.
Oh yeah. That was definitely one of the best days of work, and then also of life. You're just like,
and then the game on top of it was just phenomenal. The girls pulling out the big win.
The 18-point comeback would not have been possible without the support of all the alumni in the stands and the energy. That was unreal. But yeah, you were saying you're playing professionally. You've been overseas now for last 6 years, seven? Yeah. What's your experience been like over there, and what teams have you been playing for?
So my first year, I played in Belarus with Smoky Minsk, and that was tough. That was a tough one, because that's out towards Russia, just east of Russia and north of Ukraine. And like, I know I went to college in Boston, but I saw my mom pretty much every game. Whereas when I'm over there, I don't have my mom. I don't see my brother. Just the cultural barriers, the language barrier, the different food. So that was tough. It's about 7.5 months. I was just kind of there. And my mom, she came to visit me in March, I believe, which was a good break that I needed, just to see someone familiar. But the level of basketball playing there was very good, I will say. I learned to play defense a bit more. I remember playing against some of the top WNBA players on one team. And yeah, no, I learned quickly, because I never forget Simone Augustus. I always say she gave me buckets. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They had a stacked team that year. It was her, Epiphany Prince, Rebecca Brunson, and Candace Dupree, and Shay Durand. I think she's from Israel.
Not many people can defend them, so I wouldn't feel too bad about your defense there.
But I learned quickly, and it's like, it's one of those things you just take when you never forget, and it just lives rent-free in my head, that kind of way. So I took that, and I just kind of, I wanted to build on it going forward, and then just up my level of defense, because I know, like, I'm able to score the ball, but can you get stops? That's what it all boiled down to, and that's what teams want, you know? So no, that was an experience, but it was tough out there, but I stuck it out, and I think it made me a better person.
Definitely. And I know you've got more years ahead of you playing professionally, but do you have any plans for once the ball stops rolling?
Yeah, so like I said before, the massage therapy program, I'm hoping to enroll in that since I have the time now with the coronavirus. And I would ultimately like to explore just like the sports recovery and wellness avenue, because I've been talking about it for about two years now. And I wish I'd paid more attention to it, like going through college and the first few years of being a professional. And like now I really see how important it is, and because I feel it every day, you know. So I just want to give athletes like around my town, and even if expansion happens, just give athletes that opportunity just to recover and like have that outlet, because it is important.
Yeah, it's so much more than basketball too, and it's awesome when you can give back to a game that's given so much to you.
Definitely.
But yeah, I know you're a long way from the end, and we're excited to watch you continue your career and then see all the great things you do after it. No doubt you're destined to always impact others and to make a huge difference in the world. So I'm excited to see that, and thank you so much for your time today, and
no problem.
To catch you at the Alumni Game next time it happens.
Definitely. Go be you.
Thanks for tuning in to Terrier Tuesdays. Give us a follow on our social media accounts at BU Athletics on Twitter and Instagram for more content.